Hi everybody, this is my first plant video, and I've been learning about plants all summer, probably most of the summer, and I've learned a lot. I used to feel bad about not being able to keep plants alive, but the more I've learned, the more I realize it's not an automatic thing. You have to know a few things, and of course I used to try to keep plants alive before the internet. And the internet, YouTube, these videos are so helpful. So I love shorter videos. Like I don't like a lot of talk. So I want to talk about how I've started with some plants. This came in a little grow pot. This one did. And it a plastic grow pot, and it wasn't happy inside my house. And that's when it wasn't the only plant, but I started realizing that wherever it grew, it was outside, very controlled environment. It was getting plenty of sun and what it needed, so the soil was correct for that kind of treatment. But enter to my house, it's not getting that same amount of sun, and it's indoors now, and so the soil was inappropriate for this surrounding. So I I wised up. Thank you, God. I wised up and switched to a terracotta pot, which breathes. It just breathes and it helps the soil out. Um, and this plant has started growing. It was so pitiful at first. So this one started growing because of that. I also changed out the soil and put in more perlite so that it would perlite are those little white balls, like, I don't know if you can see it. Let me know with this that perlite are the little white balls, and they aid in draining. So I took some house plant mix, Miracle Grow, and I mixed it with some cactus, just a little, and then I put in some perlite, and that was just like all guesswork, educated guesswork. But the proof is in the plant. It's growing, and you can see it's got new baby growth right there. It's just taken off after I made those changes. And so I'll just put this aside for a minute and talk about this one. My beautiful Chinese evergreen. I've seen pictures of it and in parentheses red lipstick, but it was a Chinese evergreen, and I know there's a lipstick plant, so this was, I don't know, Chinese evergreen with pink in it. This is another case of getting in the soil to figure out what was wrong. And sure enough, once I tilted the pot and looked in it, these had little plastic cages around the roots, and the plant was resentful, as I would be. So I very carefully snipped the cage off of the roots and then put it in a terracotta pot. No plant wants to sit in water, and this is a very good candidate for a terracotta pot because it doesn't want to sit in water. It does not. That is just, it wants to be dry sometimes in between. And when a plant wants that, this is a very good pot because it helps, it loses water on the way out, on the bottom, on the top. And, when you couple that with well-draining soil, and I made my own mix like I made with this plant, and now look at it. I don't know if you can tell how happy and healthy it is. But it wasn't that way for a while. It lost some leaves. Here, this is left over from the bad treatment. See, it was just going that way. I don't know. I kept it on. Maybe I'll snip that off. But the rest of it is just so happy. It was all going to go this way. And you can see there's a new leaf coming in. See it? So that really excites me. Anyway, I am going to share my journey with you all because I'm so grateful to the ones of you who do. I've learned so much from you. Thanks.